Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Allison Fergit. Snow swept across the Coulee region today. Areas south of I-90 saw less than 2 inches, while areas north of I-94 received 6 to 8 inches. La Crosse saw just over an inch of snow. This is the most the region has seen in over a month. Today's snowfall didn't stop people from enjoying their Saturday. Businesses in La Crosse were open and busy. Some residents spent the day shopping downtown, while others spent time clearing sidewalks and walking pets. And watch out for slippery stretches if you plan on driving tonight. According to Wisconsin 511, roads are partially covered with snow. Conditions are expected to improve with snow moving out of the region, but low traffic areas could still be impacted. One driver said he felt unsafe driving on the interstate this morning.
The roads weren't plowed yet. Tons of snow and ice. Conditions were horrible. Stuck behind semis going slow.
Drivers can find updates on road conditions on the 511 website. Well, now let's send it over to Nicole to see what else we can expect this weekend.
Yeah, thankfully or unthankfully, depending on how you look at snowfall, we are seeing it leave the area now. It stopped snowing just a couple hours ago, but it was enough to make some impact on those roadways. So like we stated, a lot of those more traveled roads should be, for the most part, fine, other than the typical winter travel that you have, but definitely those less traveled roadways that might not have been treated quite yet, going to want to be continuing to use some extra caution. Thankfully, though, we won't have to deal with any visibility issues because that snow is out of the way. Here's our estimated snowfall. Again, these are just estimates, not official. That Green Bay stuff is likely overdoing it a little bit, but that is where most of the snow fell. A lot of reports around 10 inches. Some reports near Medford, close to over a foot of snow, so definitely a lot out there for our friends to the north. Here's our current conditions. Again, those roads are looking fairly clear, especially on the interstates now. A little chilly out there, and that's going to be the trend going into the next few days or so, especially with the snowfall on the ground. So get ready and bundle up. We do have some more snow on the way, but that cold weather is definitely going to be the main story that we have coming up in the next week.
All right, thank you, Nicole. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn Weather app. You can get it at the App Store or on Google Play. The Whitehall Police Department is searching for a 41-year-old Gary Lee Turin Jr. He's wanted for charges of interfering with child custody and misdemeanor drug possession. He and a juvenile runaway have been missing since early December 2024 and are thought to possibly be in Iowa or the Eau Claire area. He is believed to be driving a tan or gold 1997 Buick LeSabre with a Wisconsin plate. Anyone with information is urged to contact Whitehall Police or Trempealeau County Dispatch. New details on an Amber Alert for a missing pregnant Beaver Dam teen. It has to do with Gary Day. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports that he has a history of harming children. Day is on probation for endangering a child. Police believe 16-year-old Sophia Franklin is with the 40-year-old. Police think they're traveling in a black 2014 Buick LaCrosse to Arkansas. Wisconsin health officials confirming a second child has died from the flu. The child died during the week of January 26th to February 1st. The DHS says flu activity in Wisconsin is very high and encourages people to get vaccinated. Flu season peaks in January and February. People came out today for the Heart Walk and Wellness Expo in Onalaska. The Hauser Family YMCA and Amplify Health hosted the event. The expo was open to everyone. There was a walk that happened on the indoor track and booths about heart health and related topics.
Heart health is important because knowing the signs and symptoms of cardiac arrest or other things that are heart related can save a life.
Providers from Amplify Health were on hand answering heart health questions. The event also featured a blood drive and giveaways. It was an afternoon dedicated to ice fishing and new interactions at Viroqua's Sidey Hollow Park. Today was the first annual Kids Ice Fishing Day, hosted by the Vernon County Law Enforcement Association. It's a winter twist on the group's summertime Cops and Bobbers event. The event allows Vernon County kids and their families to meet their area officers.
It's important to me to see the children and the citizens talk to the police officers, the sheriff's deputies. We've lost, in my eyes, some of that touch with our community, and trying to reach out to those kids, kind of pay it forward.
Participants could enjoy a light lunch after fishing. More than 40 kids were out on the ice, joined by around 20 officers. New Horizons and the Outreach Center hosted its 4th annual Galentine's Day brunch today. The event aims to raise money to support victims of domestic and sexual violence. This year's goal is to raise $35,000 following a $337,000 funding loss due to cuts in the Victims of Crime Act. This annual fundraiser helps make up for the loss and continues supporting survivors.
We lost about $337,000 in our annual funding from the VOCA cuts, and with that we lost 3.5 positions. So the staff that are remaining are working twice as hard just to make sure that all of these victims in our community are receiving the support and the safety that they need.
If you missed today's event but still want to help, you can donate through their website. We'll have that link available on our digital platforms. There was a robot rumble today in La Crosse. First Tech held its challenge qualifier at Western Technical College. Teams came from all over Wisconsin, including 3 locally. Teams are made up of students in grades 7 through 12. They had to design and build the robots.
My favorite part is the competition part and being able to build something and that applies to skills that we'd use in real life and be able to compete as like high school teams do with football and basketball.
This is the first time the First Tech Challenge qualifier is held in the Coulee region. In Onalaska, sports collectors were in heaven today. The Omni Center hosted the Trading Cards and Sports Memorabilia Show. Attendees were able to shop, trade cards, and check out rare collections.
The community is really the best. I mean, just finding people that have shared interests, and then yeah, just getting to make a little money, sell some cards, find some cool new stuff. I've got some stuff that I've never even seen before, so yeah, it's been exciting.
Admission was free. The event lasted about 6 hours. Still to come, as tensions rise, the Trump administration is facing legal challenges over its moves to downsize government agencies. And what role is Elon Musk playing in Trump's plans?
At Pediatric Dentistry of Onalaska, we know children, which is why we strive to make every visit to the dentist a positive experience. Our gentle, friendly approach is why we've been providing care for over 25 years. Whether it's routine cleanings, sealants, fluoride, or cavities and crowns, we have the gentle hands to make your children comfortable. At Pediatric Dentistry of Onalaska, we are here to help your children start a lifetime of healthy dental habits.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
WKBT compiles a quarterly report on our programming efforts to serve the educational and informational needs of children in the viewing area. These reports are part of the public inspection file that is open to the public during regular business hours. To view these reports, contact our Children's Liaison at 608-277-5147 or write to WKBT Children's Liaison, 141 6th Street South, La Crosse, Wisconsin, 54601.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
U.S. aid workers who were set to be placed on leave Friday were given a reprieve by a federal judge who granted a preliminary injunction. Unions representing those workers sued the government over the abrupt attempted shutdown of the agency. This comes as the Department of Government Efficiency is preparing to take action at the Education Department, which Trump has threatened to shut down. Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
Protesters opposing President Trump's immigration policy stood outside his International Golf Club in West Palm Beach Saturday.
With the head of steam that President Trump has being swept into office, with this as the centerpiece of his agenda.
On Friday night, President Trump hosted a group of Republican senators at his Florida resort. He's trying to build congressional support for a massive bill to keep the government running, cut taxes, and fund border security. The move comes as Trump works to downsize the government by offering employees a buyout option and placing thousands of workers at USAID on administrative leave. Both actions are pending and under legal review. A group of U.S. representatives tried to enter the Department of Education to meet with Acting Secretary of Education Denise Carter. They were denied entry.
Already, Trump and Musk have placed DOGE staffers in the building where they have access to the private data of millions of students and families.
The Department of Education is among several government agencies President Trump has under the microscope.
Pentagon, education, just about everything.
With help from Elon Musk and his program known as the Department of Government Efficiency. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
NASA's chief is addressing what appears to be a sense of unease at the space agency. Janet Petro addressed growing unease among staff over changes in hiring practices and the end of the agency's diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. She encouraged employees to seek support and embrace a focus on efficiency inspired by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. Recent shifts include banning pronouns in email signatures, a return to office mandate, and buyout offers. These changes, particularly the move away from DEI, are challenging for NASA's workforce as DEI has become a core value. Petro is working to balance the new administration's goals with the interests of NASA professionals. Still ahead, tomorrow marks a big day for TV ads. The Super Bowl is expected to reach an audience of more than 120 million people, and some companies are giving sneak peeks to this year's ads ahead of the big game.
And we have a colder stretch of weather ahead of us thanks to the nice snowfall that most of us have on the ground now. I'll have all the details on just how cold we're going to get coming up right after the break.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage.
What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out.
Have you found anything yet?
Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this.
I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
As head of criminal appeals, Susan Crawford had one job: keep a convicted rapist behind bars. Yet Crawford didn't bother filing the appeal in time, letting the rapist walk free. The victim, already scarred beyond measure, called Crawford's negligence utterly disgusting. Re-traumatized by Crawford's disregard for justice, her criminal coddling record is an injustice to us all.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
What are you doing?
Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Get ready for the big game with Spectrum. Welcome more excitement into your home as you enjoy the best TV streaming experience. Spectrum brings your entire family together with the fastest, most reliable internet so everyone can enjoy all the sports and entertainment they love. Cheer on all your favorite players on football's biggest night. With the touch of a button, Spectrum puts you at the center of it all so you never miss a play. Get in the game and save with Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled, plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-877-959-1722.
Get a free tumbler and up to $200 in rewards cards during the President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
With the big game on Sunday, many are also watching for those Super Bowl ads. Some companies have already teased or released their TV spots to build buzz. Budweiser is bringing back a classic, hitching up its famous Clydesdales to tug on feelings of nostalgia. Advertising experts say in a charged political climate, a lot of brands will be playing it safe during this year's big game.
They don't want to alienate consumers. They don't want to offend consumers. 90% are going to be humorous, jokes. There's going to be very few that really touch that social political nerve.
Some 30-second spots this Sunday are selling for a record $8 million. So brands are spending big, securing celebrities to grab attention. Now, speaking of the Super Bowl, people down in New Orleans will see highs in the upper 70s. We are seeing pretty much the opposite of that. It's a bliss of winter weather here in western Wisconsin. Let's send it to Nicole to see how long this weather will last.
The 70s would feel great right now, especially with the weather that we have coming up. Now, we've mentioned that snowpack can really make our temperatures dip down a little bit, and that's exactly what we have coming in the next few days. We're going to only be staying a few degrees below average through tomorrow and Monday, but you'll definitely feel that bitter cold as you're waking up Tuesday. So let's walk through it tonight. We're already seeing those below average low temperatures staying in the single digits for anyone south of I-90. Anywhere north of I-90, though, could be getting below 0. As we go throughout the day, tomorrow we'll have sunshine out there, but it's going to be kind of a deceitful sunshine because it's not really going to feel very warm out there. Many of us staying in the low 20s, folks north of I-94 staying in the teens. So a little bit of a chilly one, but it will be dry. So if you had any plans today that you didn't feel like braving the roads for, tomorrow's definitely going to be your day to do it. And then we do have some snow on the way, or at least the chance for snow for part of our area as we go into Monday. Overall, the temperatures are going to be fairly similar to what we see tomorrow going into Monday, but as we go into the afternoon and the evening hours, cloud coverage starts to pick up, and then we see this band of snow coming out from Iowa, mainly only dropping snow for areas near and south of I-90. That's where the most likely chance is, and that's going to continue on into the evening hours, really finishing up into the late evening. Now, this band of snow is coming with a cold front, so it's going to also be bringing some clearing behind it, and as you can see, that's going to make a drastic drop in those temperatures, especially for areas further north that have that clearing overnight a little bit longer. Ladysmith already sitting at -12, only at 2 a.m., so still a couple more hours to cool down even after that. Going to be chilly. Here's the best estimate of that snowfall for now, and even this is kind of leading towards the higher end. What I'm thinking is mainly areas south of I-90, seeing a good chance to see possibly an inch, maybe a little bit inch. 2 inches would really be on that high end scale of that snow. So don't get your hopes up, but it could be a nice little fresh snowfall out there as we go into Monday night. And I mentioned that's coming with the cold front passing, so you're definitely going to feel that cold front and that colder air moving in as you wake up Tuesday morning. Again, Ladysmith seeing a low, -13, -9 in Eau Claire. La Crosse sitting at 0, although most of the area will be getting close to 0 or getting below it as you're waking up in the morning Tuesday. And then those highs, still chilly. A lot of us really staying in the teens, near 10 degrees. Some folks not even getting out of the single digits Tuesday. That'll be likely the coldest day of the week, although it will again stay below average as we go throughout most of the week. And we do have a couple more snow chances coming up as well. Multiple systems passing through this week. We mentioned the one passing through Monday night. Excuse me. Wednesday, we have another system passing through that's really teetering towards that south of I-90 corridor. Again, just some light snow amounts. And then as we go into Friday night, into the weekend, still a lot of questions with that system, but a nice chance for an area-wide snowfall as we go towards next weekend. So definitely something we're going to want to be keeping our eyes on, especially if you have any weekend plans next weekend. And a reminder, that's Valentine's Day, so I don't really know if any of us want to have a nice snow falling out there as you're trying to get to your date night, but we'll definitely be monitoring that in the next few days. Other than that, cold is going to be the name of the game this week. Only a high of 11 degrees on Tuesday, staying in the teens throughout most of the work week. Could be getting into the 20s some days, but really overall pretty cold out there.
It's true winter weather now.
Yeah,
we can't deny it anymore.
Nope.
All right, thank you, Nicole. And coming up next in sports, a big showdown on the ice as the Wisconsin women host Minnesota. Plus, the Wisconsin men's team hit the road for a battle in Iowa City. Kate is in next with sports.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Brad Schimmel's ad, it's a lie. So here's the truth. Schimmel wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk with no jail time, and he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
We're live in the heart of Wisconsin, where once again a new multiplier family of games from the Wisconsin Lottery has come to play. I've never seen anything like it. It's the X family of games, with prices from $1 to $20 and a chance to multiply prizes up to 100 times the prize shown, with top prizes up to $200,000. Now that is something. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
It's time to vote for Best of La Crosse County. Pick your favorites in each category now through all of February. We'll announce all of the winners on April 1st. Go to bestoflacrossecounty.com.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
The Badgers are back on the hardwood this afternoon. A quick road trip down to Iowa City for a battle against the Hawkeyes. Wisconsin came into the day 5-1 in their last 6 against Iowa, looking to add another win. Let's go to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Badgers going for win number 19 on the year. Wisconsin starting off strong. Bad pass, but it ends up in the hands of John Blackwell. He pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. Badgers strike first. Later in the half, Wisconsin down 6, but they would start to heat up. Steven Crowell from deep. That's cash. Next possession, how about John Tonje? Step back 3, gets the shooter's bounce. We're tied at 19. Then it's Blackwell driving in the lane through the contact plus the foul. Badgers take the lead. Iowa would lead at half, but the Badgers would start to pull away. Blackwell, another 3. Wisconsin would pull away 74-63, the final. Marquette also in action earlier this afternoon, trying to get back in the win column, but it's the Creighton Blue Jays pulling away 77-67, the final. That's 3 straight losses for the Golden Eagles as they fall to 18-6 on the year. Marquette's Cam Jones with 24 points and 6 assists in the loss. Viterbo men in action as well, going up against St. Francis early on. It's the Central grad, Colin Adams, puts it up for 2, but St. Francis is tough. Joffrey Nunley answers back with a deep ball, nothing but net. And then later, Jack Voigt wants in on the action, gets past the defense here, off the glass for 2. V-Hawks cut into the deficit. Then it's Adams with the steal, going all the way and throws it down. This one would come down to the wire, but the Fighting Saints, they get the win 64-61. Same 2 schools, but the women take the court. V-Hawks had it going early. Emily McCurdy, dribble, pull up, and connects from mid-range. But the Fighting Saints have a good team of their own. Off the rebound, Leilani Harris puts it back for 2. And then later, Olivia Lamberstein flying down the court, passes it off to Macy Stelner for the easy lay-in. V-Hawks add to the lead, and they weren't slowing down. Lauren Godel driving past the defense for the layup. Viterbo gets the win 67-55, handing St. Francis just their 6th loss of the season. To the ice we go. Number 1 Wisconsin women hosting number 3 Minnesota. Pick it up in the first period. The pass inside, and it ends up right in front of Layla Edwards. She taps it in. Badgers take a 1-0 lead. Later in the period, check out this pass. On the money, hits Lacey Eden in stride. She takes it all the way. past the goalie. Wisconsin goes up 2. Then in the second period, it's Edwards again. Perfect shot, her second of the day. Wisconsin dominates 8-2. The final. Big afternoon for the Badgers, both on the court and on the ice. You love to see it.
Love to see it, yeah. I have to shout out, there's this girl that I went to middle school with, Katie Katlowski, who grew up in La Crosse. She moved to Minnesota to pursue hockey, her hockey dreams, and she plays for the Badgers, and she's been absolutely killing it.
Well,
so.
she's on a pretty good team there, number 1 in the country.
Go
Hopefully
Badgers.
They can keep it rolling.
Yeah, love to see that.
Stay with us. We'll have another check on the weather when we come back.
Getting the kids ready for school isn't always easy.
But knowing what it'll be like so they know what to wear makes it a little easier.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Brad Schimmel let thousands of rape kits sit untested for years.
While rapists walked free
and victims waited for justice.
Take it from a sheriff.
A sheriff.
A cop. Brad Schimmel's too extreme for the Supreme Court.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
Over 2 years, Brad Schimmel tested only 9 rape kits out of 6,000 that needed testing, while rapists walked free and victims waited for justice. Brad Schimmel is just too extreme.
We have a cold week ahead of us. Multiple snow chances, though, coming up Monday and Wednesday night, and then maybe something to start our weekend off. Could be nice for those snowmobiles out there, especially closer to La Crosse. We've gotten next to no snow, so hopefully we can get some more.
I think it was just a few weeks ago, like the northernmost counties in Wisconsin were open for snowmobilers. So hopefully now they can have their chance.
Looking good.
Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 10.